Hi everyone, I'm back with yet another podcast episode, and this one is going to be very brief, and I want to make it in line with a quote of Antoine de Saint-Exupery. Perfection is achieved not when there is nothing more to add, but when there is nothing left to take away. So I'm going to be talking about the activities that I consider to be time wasters, and they're actually in the way of my important mission. And you might find this is relevant for you because I'm sure you will find similar activities in your day. And if you look at my previous YouTube episodes, you'll see that for each month of this year, I'm setting up a challenge of doing something. Some activity that I'm going to focus on to kind of progress in my endeavors to do my meaningful work. But I am also taking away something each month, something that is distracting me from this work. And for January, it was the month of taking away all the time I was wasting on watching YouTube. You all know that we do tend to waste time on activities that do not bring necessarily any value. If you look back at your week and think about where your time went, sometimes you know that you've been watching Netflix, but you have no idea what you've been watching. For me, this was YouTube. I've been watching short videos, it was 2 minutes here, 2 minutes there, and then I didn't know where my time went. To give you an example, I was diligently watching every single episode of one specific car reviewer, a YouTuber who was putting online reviews of fancy cars. Each of these reviews was like 20 minutes long. I was watching them all. And the funny part is, I don't own a car and I'm not even into cars. I have no reasonable explanation why I was watching those. So for the month of January, I pledged not to watch any YouTube videos except my own, and I delivered on that promise. And I'm continuing in this kind of YouTube ban, if you will, because it served me well, and it allowed me to focus on something I want to do more and I value more in my life. Part of it was creative work for this very podcast channel. Part of it was watching movies that I really care about. I had a long list of movies that I really wanted to watch, some of them more artistic, some of them too long to watch during the day or something. And with so much watching YouTube, I didn't have time to do that. So what I did is I brought more mindfulness into how I spend my time, how I relax even. And now I have a recurring list of movies that I'm kind of updating. And when I'm about to watch a movie, I'll just pick from this list rather than randomly browsing through Netflix. So I'm going to keep doing that. And my 30 days challenge of not watching YouTube is kind of moving forward. And I'm going to continue doing that, or not doing that, if that's the better phrase. So I invite you to experiment with something like that, to carve out time for yourself, for your meaningful work. For February, I am starting something new, or actually I've already started. I'm starting this activity, or non-activity maybe, that I call shopping ban. In my case, kind of a limited shopping ban. Some of you might know this term because shopping bans are fairly popular on YouTube. What it means is in the month of February, I will not do any shopping except grocery shopping. So whatever online shopping I wanted to do, whatever extra gear I wanted to buy, I am going to postpone it. I'm not going to do it this month. And the reason behind this is, again, being more mindful about how I'm spending my time and also how I'm spending my money. Because, as you know, time is money, but it works the other way around as well. So oftentimes we are chasing, higher salary to get more money, to buy more stuff, to kind of reward ourselves for working too long hours with stuff. What if we desire less? What if we didn't know that there is so much stuff out there? What if we didn't browse all these shopping websites and look for something to reward ourselves for working too hard and too long? So for me, it means no online shopping now, no extra, what I called research of the stuff I could buy, upgrading my gear, nothing like that. And I did this some years ago for frugality reasons as well. I did it in the times when I didn't have that much money, and this helped me to be more disciplined about where my mind goes, what are my desires when it comes to material possessions. And it also allowed me to save some money instead of engaging in impulsive shopping. This time I'm doing it to save some mind space, I'd say. So instead of thinking of stuff, thinking of what I could get, what I could improve, what I could obtain, I will be redirecting this energy into meaningful work. Of course, there are some urges to check something online. How much would this cost, and how much would it save in terms of time if I upgraded my phone or something like that. So here's what I do with that. If I feel the urge to buy something or look for some item, I write it down. I create a journal where I have noted down every item that I desired at any point of the month. And I am not allowed to buy it. I am only allowed to note it down and revisit it when the month is over. What is remarkable with this activity that I invite you to try for yourself is we very often do purchase decision in what economist Dan Ariely calls emotionally hot state. We just feel the burning desire to buy something and kind of comfort myself or ourselves with that. And oftentimes, once you buy it, you don't really enjoy it for that long. It kind of loses its appeal fairly soon. The way to work with this is not to make important shopping decisions in this emotionally hot state. Basically putting your items you desire on a waiting list. And once you wait for a week, 10 days, or in my case, 30 days, you are no longer in this emotionally hot state. You are in a more rational, cold state in which you are deciding whether or not the item that seemed so desirable when you first time spotted it online, whether this item is still that important and whether you still believe it can bring you value or happiness or whatever emotion you associated with that. And more often than not, you realize you don't really need it. So that's my challenge for February. And I invite you to give it a try. It will allow you some more mental space to actually focus on your purpose, on your mission, on what kind of difference you want to make in the world. So thanks for listening. I hope this was helpful. And I will be back with another podcast in a week. But before that, there is a video coming up on my YouTube channel on Wednesday. Have a great week. Bye.